What's up? Peace. How's this shirt? It's really fluffy when you touch it. So, every creator needs to be careful of what I'll tell you today. 6 years ago, my first video sort of blew up, whatever, right? Sort of 50K views. And this is like 6 years ago on Instagram, before like TikTok and all that stuff. Like 50K views, thousand plus likes, whatever. It went pretty crazy. And I was getting all these comments as well, um, like, "Oh, you sound like Mac Miller. This sounds like the late Mac Miller. I love this so much." Blah blah blah. Amazing stuff to hear, and especially as a big fan of Mac, rest in peace. Hearing that was it felt like, oh wow, this is hitting the right people. People are really feeling this. But I sort of fell into this trap of audience capture, which is basically like the comments and the audience end up influencing you too much. So what happened to me was like, I started to feel like, okay, I'll try and sound like Mac Miller now, like too much and more and more. And maybe if I do that, people will like my stuff. And it's like, when they made that comment, I wasn't even trying to do that. It just sort of had that song sort of had like a Mac vibe, I guess, whatever, right? But I started to lose my voice. And to be fair, I was pretty young at the time, like 21, 22. And I was still figuring out like, what is my voice? What is my sound? And you do sort of like copy all of the greatest people out there. Just like in tennis, you see Alcaraz now. He's like a combination of Novak, Nadal, and Federer, like the old goats, and there's something to be said about that's how humans progress. We learn from what's past, but we at some point we have to learn from that and then put our own flair, style, and natural voice on, right? And basically, audience capture kind of messed me up a little bit in this sense, because it kind of tried to make me go more into like trying to be something that I think people will like, rather than just trying to be me and make the best stuff possible and hope and try and get that stuff to find the right people, which I think is just a better way of looking at it or going about it. And I feel like I'm doing that better now. But over time, I've really started to find my own voice, and it took me a while to even realize that I had been captured by just this one video, dude. Like, I can't imagine what it's like being a really, really big creator and having thousands and thousands of comments all the time thrown at you, how you can really get like sucked up, distracted, and truly like mentally ill from it. So just feel like this is something, a voice note I wanted to leave talking about this. It's not natural for humans to have so much feedback, and I think it's something new that we're learning to deal with. And for anyone that's sort of going through this, putting themselves out there and trying to become something big, a lot of times that also comes from like pain in the past, from not being seen, from a little bit of insecurity. And I just feel like I was supposed to tell you today, if you're still watching this, that you are enough. You have to find the courage to fully express and be yourself, and let yourself find the people that are meant to find you for you, because that's what's going to last. And just be careful of trying to be what other people want you to be, even when they're like saying things that sound positive. That's the one that gets more, right? Because negative comments, I'm pretty used to. Most people are used to it. It's just like, oh, whatever, dude. Okay, cool. You're probably having a bad day or whatever. But when you get a positive comment, um, like for example, oh, when you sing like that, those kind of melodies, I really love that. And then all of a sudden you start thinking, okay, well, now I always have to sing like that. I always have, or whatever. It's just like small things can subtly change your behavior. So today we're just leaving a voice note on that. Thanks for being here. Lots of things coming. Goodbye.